Stop buying lettuce. You're wasting $4 every single week on something that regrows from the part you throw in the trash. Look at this. Store-bought organic lettuce, $3.99. This lettuce I grew at home, 27 cents. Same amount. Better quality. And here's the part that makes you angry. After I harvest this homegrown lettuce, it grows back. I will harvest it again in 3 weeks. And again 3 weeks after that. One planting gives me 6 harvests before I even need to think about replanting. The store-bought lettuce, you eat it once, throw away the base, and buy another one next week. That's $16 per month, almost $200 per year, on lettuce that regrows from scraps if you just know the trick. Today I'm showing you exactly how I grow unlimited lettuce at home using 3 methods. The regrowth method using kitchen scraps. The cut and come again method that gives you 6 harvests from one plant. And the fast method that puts lettuce on your table in 3 weeks from seed. Stick around because I'm revealing the variety that regrows faster than you can eat it. And at the end, the one mistake that makes lettuce bitter and how to fix it in 30 seconds. Before we start, drop a comment right now telling me what country you're watching from. I want to see every single location in this community. And if you're tired of wasting money on groceries that regrow themselves, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's get into it. Method number 1. Regrowing lettuce from store-bought scraps. Next time you buy romaine at the store, use the leaves like normal. Keep the base with 2 inches of stem attached. Put it in a shallow dish with ½ inch of water. Place it on a windowsill with indirect light. Within 3 days, new leaves start sprouting from the center. Within 7 days, you have visible growth. Within 2 weeks, you have harvestable baby lettuce leaves. Change the water every 2 days to prevent rot. Once you see roots developing, you have 2 options. Keep it in water and harvest leaves as they grow, or plant it in soil for bigger production. If you plant it in soil, use potting mix in a container at least 6 inches deep. Water when the top inch feels dry. The lettuce will grow much larger in soil than in water. Harvest outer leaves and the center keeps producing. One store-bought romaine base gives you 8 to 10 harvests over 2 months before it eventually wants to bolt and seed. This works with romaine, butterhead, and loose leaf varieties. It does not work well with iceberg because iceberg is bred to form tight heads that don't regrow easily. Type romaine if you're trying this method this week. Method number 2. Cut and come again harvesting. This is how I grow most of my lettuce because it maximizes production from minimal space. Plant lettuce seeds directly in garden beds or containers. Sprinkle seeds. Cover lightly with soil. Keep moist. Seeds germinate in 5 to 10 days depending on temperature. Let the lettuce grow until leaves are 4 to 6 inches tall. This takes about 3 to 4 weeks from germination. Now here's the key. Instead of pulling the entire plant, cut it with scissors or a knife 1½ inches above the soil. Leave the base and roots intact in the ground. Within 2 weeks, new leaves emerge from that base. You harvest again. The plant regrows. You harvest again. One planting gives you 5 to 6 harvests before the plant exhausts itself and needs to be replaced. This method works in zones 3 through 11 with seasonal adjustments. In hot climates, zones 8 through 11 grow lettuce in fall, winter, and early spring. Lettuce bolts when temperatures consistently hit 85 degrees or above. In cold climates, zones 3 through 6 grow lettuce in spring and fall. Protect with row covers or cold frames to extend the season into winter. I'm in zone 7. I grow lettuce 9 months out of the year using this method. Spring, fall, and winter with minimal protection. Type cut and come again if you didn't know lettuce regrows after cutting. If you're realizing you've been wasting money your entire life, hit subscribe right now. Method number 3. The fast method for continuous supply. Instead of waiting for regrowth, plant new lettuce every 2 weeks. This gives you a continuous harvest cycle where you always have lettuce ready. Week 1. Plant a row or container of lettuce. Week 3. Plant another row. Week 5. Plant another row. By week 7, your first planting is ready to harvest. By week 9, your second planting is ready. You never run out. This method requires more seeds, but guarantees fresh lettuce constantly. I use this method in my greenhouse during winter, when growth is slower and regrowth takes longer. Plant succession ensures I always have something ready. Lettuce seeds are cheap. A packet costs $2 to $3 and contains hundreds of seeds. One packet gives you a year's worth of lettuce if you succession plant. Compare that to buying lettuce weekly at $4. You save over $200 per year from a $3 seed packet. Now let's talk about varieties, because this matters. Loose leaf lettuce regrows fastest. Varieties like oak leaf, salad bowl, and Lolo Rosso produce continuously and tolerate cutting better than head lettuce. Butterhead lettuce like Butter Crunch and Tom Thumb regrows well and has incredible flavor. Romaine lettuce regrows moderately well and is heat tolerant in warmer zones. Iceberg lettuce does not regrow effectively. It's bred for tight heads, and once you harvest, it's done. For regrowth methods, avoid iceberg. For everything else, iceberg grows fine, but offers one harvest. My favorite variety for cut and come again is salad bowl. It regrows aggressively, tastes mild and sweet, and tolerates both heat and cold better than most varieties. One planting of salad bowl gives me 6 solid harvests before I need to replant. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake people make. Harvesting lettuce in hot afternoon sun. When lettuce is warm, it wilts fast and tastes bitter. The heat causes the plant to release latex-like compounds that create bitterness. Harvest lettuce in early morning after dew dries but before heat builds. The leaves are crisp, full of moisture, and sweet. If you must harvest in the afternoon, immediately submerge lettuce in ice water for 5 minutes. This crisps it back up and removes some bitterness. Another trick for reducing bitterness is growing lettuce in partial shade during hot months. Morning sun, afternoon shade. This keeps leaves tender and sweet instead of tough and bitter. In zones 9 through 11, this is essential for summer lettuce. Storage matters too. Wash lettuce thoroughly in cold water. Spin dry in a salad spinner or pat dry with towels. Store in a container with a damp paper towel to maintain humidity. Properly stored lettuce lasts 7 to 10 days in the refrigerator. I use large plastic containers with lids. The rigid container prevents crushing, and the paper towel regulates moisture. This keeps my homegrown lettuce fresh, longer than store-bought lettuce ever stays fresh. Let's talk about cost one more time, because this is the reason you should be growing lettuce. Store-bought organic lettuce averages $3 to $5 per container, or head. You consume lettuce twice per week. That's $8 to $10 weekly, $32 to $40 monthly, almost $400 yearly. Growing lettuce at home costs me approximately 30 cents per harvest. Seeds cost $3 per packet. Soil costs $10 for a large bag that lasts multiple plantings. Water is negligible. My cost per harvest over a full season is about 25 to 35 cents. I harvest lettuce twice per week for 9 months. That's 72 harvests per year. At 30 cents per harvest, my annual cost is $22. I save $378 per year growing my own lettuce. Over 10 years, that's $3,780. One garden bed, 4 feet by 8 feet. That's all the space you need to grow enough lettuce for a family of 4 year-round in most climates. If you don't have garden space, grow it in containers on a patio, balcony, or windowsill. Lettuce has shallow roots and grows happily in containers 6 inches deep. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a greenhouse. You need seeds, soil, water, and sun. That's it. Here's what you do right now. Buy 1 packet of loose leaf lettuce seeds, salad bowl, oak leaf, or any variety labeled cut and come again. Plant them in a container or garden bed. Keep soil moist until they sprout. Let them grow for 4 to 6 weeks. Cut them 1.5 inches above soil. Watch them regrow. Harvest again in 2 weeks. Do that process 3 times, and you'll never buy lettuce again. You'll realize how absurd it is to spend $4 weekly on something that grows itself for 30 cents. Which method are you trying first? Regrowing from scraps, cut and come again, or succession planting? Drop a comment right now and tell me. And if you already grow lettuce, tell the community how much money you've saved. People need to hear real numbers from real gardeners. If this video just saved you $300 per year, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Share this with everyone you know who buys lettuce every week. Now you see why you should never throw away lettuce again. It keeps growing back for you. But here is the crazy part. There is another plant that grows even faster and gives you an unlimited supply in just days. On Saturday, I'm showing you how to grow green onions endlessly at home, and trust me, it's even easier than this. So hit subscribe now so you won't miss out. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.